Hello everyone, we're just outside Ilkeston. I'm with Phil and Andy. We're basically two off of the five-a-side football team now. We're walking along the Bennerley and Basford line of the Midland Railway. The embankment of it is just over there. We're going to try and, well, you can't basically get on that, to be honest, but we're going to go round it and then get on the route, and we're going to head down to Kimberley, down to Watnall, have a look at Watnall. There's a tunnel there, and also there's a junction, an old wharf, and then unfortunately the M1 kills it. But we'll have a look, see what we can find using Andy's knowledge. He's a local.
Need to stop meeting like this, and then by the fifth time it's just awkward, isn't it?
Andy and Phil are arguing over when a bridge was knocked down. That's the embankment there. See, tree lined. And then, in a sec, they've taken the embankment away the other side, but there is the footpath we can get on, and then we'll get to Kimberley West station, and there's lots of remains there. So this branch was built by the Midland Railway in 1886, and it went pretty early. It closed to passengers in 1917, so it didn't really last that long at all. And then it survived for goods. I keep meaning to correct myself, sorry Dad, goods, until 1951, when basically Watnall Colliery went, and that was the end of it really. We're coming now to a place where there was a bridge, and we'll have a little look. You can see the embankment. Okay, so there's the embankment up there. It's a bit of a stinger fest, and it's pretty steep. But up there is the embankment, and it went across here. And then this side, they've taken the embankment away. But we can follow this path then into Kimberley, take a look at Kimberley station. No idea where those two are going. They know better than me, obviously. So rather than follow that tiny little bit of track bed there, which then goes off north the wrong way, it's been split by the dual carriageway, so we're going to come under the dual carriageway and then join that track bed the other side. Otherwise we'd be stuck up there, and I don't fancy playing chicken run on this. There you go, that's the dual carriageway that splits it up. Okay, so we've come to the other side now. I'll try and put my mouth close to it because we're competing with that traffic. This was a colliery, Speedwell Colliery, which was a tiny little colliery, Andy was just saying. And there was a branch line that actually came out of here and skirted round to where we were just a second ago near that old track bed. But yeah, just hidden away. Historic gems everywhere. We're about to get on the track bed now, going into Kimberley West. Interesting story. So as I said earlier, this line closed to passengers in 1917, so during the First World War. But actually the line was open only from Kimberley West through to Basford, which is further north, because this section, all the track was actually donated in 1916, so the year before they donated all the track in this section here from Bennerley, the big viaduct, all the way up into Kimberley West station, and they gave it to the war department. They had the battle of Gallipoli and all that sort of stuff over on that, fighting against the Ottomans. I think my First World War knowledge is not great, but I'm pretty sure they were scrapping the Ottomans, and they used the track off this line, donated it so it could be used as part of that war effort up there. It's obviously not related to the railway, but it is a pretty cool path.
Strikes again.
Phil's just punched the bridge. Here we go. So we found the track bed then. Mate, it is muddy. So this is just a footpath, isn't it? That went underneath, really. Yeah.
The track would have just gone straight over and across.
So we can't get in there, can we?
No.
No. Okay, well let's skirt around again.
The bridge that originally was built to go over
Across
the road.
here, yeah.
And in order to get the trolley buses still underneath it, they had to lower the road, so the road is still low, and it still floods even now whenever there's heavy rain.
Really?
So you can see plenty of pictures of not only cars stuck in water, but also the original trolley buses that only just managed to get underneath and clear it. So
It's crazy that they've not raised it. I mean, I'm glad they've not because of the story, but I don't know if I'll be thinking that if my car was stuck in it, man. But there you go, yeah, double track. This was a double track line.
it was a good
Yeah.
track line, yeah.
So there was me calling it a branch line earlier, and I guess it probably wasn't really. Oh, there you go. All right. So we go up here, hopefully get on the track bed. There you go. So just make out the other side of it. Let me lift you up so I'm not competing with the fence, but you can't get in. That's annoying. You can tell from the steps there, you would have been able to, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Are we destined to never get on the track bed? Okay, so I said I don't think we'll get on the track bed, and Andy said we will, and then I'll regret it. So I'm assuming it's a nettle fest.
Hardy Hanson Brewery.
This was a brewery here.
Yes.
Right, right.
Originally there were two owners, a Hardy family and a Hanson family, either side of the road, and then in the 1930s they merged and became one. And the tower is still there, you can see in the distance.
Oh yeah. Hiding in those trees.
Yeah. But it got shut in 2006, taken over by Green King, Southerners.
Oh, that'll do it.
And now it's going to be a housing estate, which is only partly built.
And there's the track bed there then, just coming in those trees. Bosh. Okay, so we've come round, there's a clue. Barley Close. These are all new houses now, so I'm not going to film too much of them, but this was the site of the brewery. Andy was just saying, Hanson this side.
Yep.
That was the Hanson Brewery that side, and you had the Hardy Brewery that side, because there's a water source underneath here. And then, so there were two separate breweries, and then, and he's saying in the 1930s they joined together. Why not? Dream team. There you go, look. That's the original.
If you really want an indication of them joining, they built a bridge to join their offices together.
There you go. You wouldn't know, would you? But something kind of cool that that's remained. Let's have a quick look at these. So these were the lads of Hardys and Hansons then. Gave their lives in the First World War. Oh wow, look at that.
There's a loading bay there.
1861. What an amazing building. It's the old brewery yard. Where'd you say the single line was, Phil?
Just there where the gap is, look to the left.
Just that?
There with the brewery and Ilkeston.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you can tell that the wall's new there, so that's where the line came through, was it?
Yep.
Right.
And one underneath, and then joined together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there's the line we're hopefully going to get on at some
So
point. You can see where it drops down.
Was underneath on the bridge, under the bridge,
Yeah.
and then the line for the brewery was a single line that went down and then joined the Midland Main at the bottom.
There's one side of the bridge, you can see it, obviously clear as day. This side, it's gone. They've taken the wall away and they filled it in, but the station is down there. So the architect for this station was a lad called Charles Trubshaw, who went on to be the absolute don, the chief architect for the entire Midland Railway, which is obviously a hell of a gig, given how much he's designing and building. This was using something, now I'm not big on architecture, I don't really know that much about it, but there was a term called arts and crafts architecture. And that's what this station was built using. Don't know what that means, arts and crafts, in terms of architecture at least. But what it was designed to look like was artisan cottages, so I'm guessing that's the artisan part of the arts and crafts. I've not actually seen this yet, so just see how much they look like artisan cottages. Here's the big reveal. Oh wow, it's someone's gaff. Look at that. That's beautiful. It does look like an artisan cottage. I'll give that to Mr. Trubshaw. I think he pulled that off. That's the style he was going for. Beautiful. There you can see the station. Another angle of it, and then you've got that big wall there, that big retaining wall. And then I'm told I can see a loading dock. Right. So that there is a loading dock then. They've kind of fitted it into a back garden, which is kind of cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's where they would load up, and I can see another bridge in the distance down there as well.
That bridge, right, was built by Hardys. Hardy, who of Hardy and Hanson Brewery, he used to live. He had a house built on some land up there, a big house called Cloverlands, which was still there up until about very early 60s.
Right.
Although it was vacated, I think, in the 30s, and no one lived there, and then it was requisitioned by the army in the Second World War and used as a bit of a, I think it was a bit of an army hospital type thing, and then eventually knocked down in the 60s, and it's now a giant council estate called Cloverlands.
Right. Okay, so we're coming round. You can't get down to that bit of the track bed because, as you saw, they're people's gardens. But that bridge, that 3-arch bridge, or is it a viaduct because it's 3 arches? We're going to get on that, and then we're going to get down onto the track bed at last and make our way to Watnall Tunnel, which could be a bit spicy. Oh wow, here we go. Oh, similar pictures to the last one. Kimberley Bridge. So he's built himself this bridge so he can get to his gaff. And there's how it was. That's that loading bay for the brewery. Here's the bridge. Heavens have opened, obviously. That's running water, that is, Phil.
Yes.
It's a canal, did I not tell you? It's into a canal.
I told you it'd be bad. Not deep.
I've worn 2 socks and trousers. I didn't realise that I'd need a rowing boat. Jeez. Go on then. Let's show him off. He's got his wellies on. Need to get some of those ones with like frog's eyes on. Well, at least there's some steps, so it's not like that Great Central cutting in Kirkby, mate, where it was like literally clamber.
That was summer as well.
That was summer, yeah. Look at that. It's just, that is a river.
As you said about the brewery tapping into the watercourse,
Yeah.
and obviously with the railway now long gone, the natural watercourse has rose up. This is this water that would have gone into the brewery to make the beer.
Oh, of course, yeah. Of course. Yeah, they're not nicking it anymore.
No.
Right, this is summer, this is. Walked some track beds, but this is the first. Someone's built a stepping stone bridge. And there's like discarded bits and bobs. Is there any track down?
Might need a rope tied to it.
I should have bought my fishing rod. Goodness me. There's dedication and there's stupidity, isn't there? I'm not sure where I am on it. So walk down there, we're going to get to Watnall Tunnel, are we?
I think it might be wading.
If you wade down there, you'll get to Watnall Tunnel.
So that's where I'm walking, usual drill. I'm going to film while I'm doing it. Because, you know, not that I want a repeat of Michelob cutting, but I'd be more gutted if I didn't get it on film. Mate, because it's all water, it's all midgies. Here we go. So we're making our way to Watnall Tunnel. Now I'm told the portal is all still there and it's open. You can get in it at least a kind of, you know, few foot. Hopefully it'll make this worth it. Right, Phil's the canary down the mine.
Follow my footsteps.
Look at that.
That's the going over slide, you can tell.
Oh, I thought he'd gone then. I'm thinking about how we get out.
I know.
There is a retaining wall. Is it going to retain Andy though? Jeez.
Yeah, that branch will save me.
He survived. Styled that out.
I would have been on the hit list again.
So this tunnel that we're trying to find, so I was saying at the top, this railway was open till only 1951. It's had a fair while, hasn't it, to turn into a canal.
No pumps anymore, you see?
No pumps on it, no. I'm expecting to see Ant and Deck at some point. It feels like a trial. Oh, mate. That's not brilliant, that's what I wanted to hear. Here we go. See, Phil's got wellies on. I've just worn trainers because I'm an idiot. I was told the tunnel mouth was just round here. I'm not convinced. I think I've been fobbed off. Do you remember when I was whinging about not getting on the track bed? And Andy said, I will get on a track bed, but you'll regret it. He just reminded me of that. Well played. It's getting worse, mate. Is that watercress?
Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
Looks like it.
That's a sign, isn't it?
Then we can still drop yourself forward off of it.
I think you need to.
Yeah,
But
go on then.
there's still some distance to go.
Don't bring me armbands. Here we go, we've got something. Deep cutting now, so I'm hoping we're not too far away, but there's some structure of something or another. I'm not entirely sure what that is. No, it's not, no, because it's not the other side.
I don't know what that is, to be honest with you.
No.
But it's definitely, I mean, it's engineering blue, so...
Wonder if it's to do with pumping the water out maybe.
There's
Hang on a minute.
There's water coming out, that's clearly, I bet it was a pump.
What's this as well here? Is that an old railway lamp? I don't know what that is.
There's a man.
But it's old. Looks a bit like Pikachu.
I'm fairly certain that would have been a pump. See the amount of water that's coming outside of it?
Yeah. No, I think you're right. Should try and turn it on now.
You come back in 10 years and it's sorted.
Look at this. Oh, mate.
Oh, I'm actually spoiled because it's something is getting. Yeah.
On the top it is a pump house then, there's the piping. Don't think they're steps, are they? No, they're just roots. You see the water would have come down that bit by the look of it. So that's what it is. Oh, jeez.
Wait, you never know.
Someone's filled it in.
Look, the tunnel's there under that moss. The walls are.
Oh, mate. But there might actually be a way out then. That could.
That will save me.
That will make me feel better about the fact that someone's filled in this tunnel that I was expecting to walk into.
Yeah.
How have they got down how have they got equipment down here to fill it in? Right.
That's it, that's what it's worth.
Bearing in mind that at one point they were looking at this though, weren't they, for the tram?
Tramway, yeah.
So here's Watnall Tunnel then. Filled in.
And Phil's done us in, bringing us down here.
Oh well, he's got some exercise. And I think we can clamber directly out.
In someone's garden.
Well, it's a bit of a path.
They might feel sorry for us. Yeah, this is the opening scene from Casualty, innit?
I don't fancy it, it's just
Yeah.
too well.
Okay, we'll go back. So this was that, Andy was just saying this was where that Cloverland's house was, that big fancy pad. Oh man, I'm out of breath now. You win some, you lose some. I got all excited because I thought we were going to get in that tunnel, because I think you used to be able to. I'd even like envisaged in my head taking a nice photo with the tunnel mouth. I think that'll be the cover of it. Yeah, it'd be great. Could have got in it, yeah. Well, maybe a few years ago, lost a bit of weight. Okay, so we're on top of the tunnel still. The tunnel mouth, the other end of it is up there. Let's have a look then.
And that is the station entrance. I know that, so you've got-
Oh right, so that's
You can
Station
see
Road
that,
there.
yeah, you can
Okay,
see it.
right.
Yeah, parked, isn't it?
Yeah.
That there
Yeah, it's that one here.
is the top. Oh, it's better there, is it?
Yeah. So I mean, like how it sort of, that's the
Oh
ledge.
yeah, yeah,
with
yeah. There's
roof
the
of it.
ledge, yeah. So there's the other end of that tunnel, Watnall Tunnel, and Watnall Station was further down. Andy was telling us that the RAF actually took over this whole site and knocked that down, knocked the station down, and that left.
Correct.
Annoying.
It was 12 command, and they ran Operation Chastise, which you would know as the Gambusters,
Oh, amazing.
and it was run from here. Even though it was a dry base, they didn't have any runways or anything like that, but this is where they ran it all from.
Wow.
The building itself, which is still there, is a bunker, and it goes down 5 floors.
Wow. There's so much history here. Okay, so Watnall Station was basically through there. This was Watnall Wharf. Have you got any pictures of that, Andy? I've seen it on maps, but I've not seen pictures of it.
Not seen pictures.
Nah. So lines all came in here. Another line went off that way.
Once went to Watnall.
To Watnall Colliery, yeah. And then this one,
London Colliery.
New London Colliery.
Yeah.
So many collieries, it's hard to keep up. So that's the path up to Watnall Colliery. We're going to come down here because it looks more difficult, obviously, and try and get into this cutting.
Went over here on a little bridge.
Okay, so that cutting kind of dies and it becomes a farmer's field where they've sort of ploughed it all away, literally. We're losing the light now.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's nearly night time. But that noise is the M1, and there is a little bridge, the Lonely Bridge, as Phil was calling it, which basically is the end of the line. We're just coming up to that now, and you just see just how close you are to the M1. So we're about to go over it because the actual line is on private land. And there's the M1. There's a lonely bridge to nowhere. So this M1, this section of the M1 came after this was closed then. So yeah, there's no bridge under the M1 or anything. I'll have to look out for this now every time I drive up this section of the M1, which is fairly routine for me. I shall look out and see it. There you go. There's the Lonely Bridge. It's crazy. And then where's it go off there, Andy?
That would have gone straight over to Bulwell, and then to pick up Bulwell station to join the line to go into Nottingham.
Into Nottingham. So Nottingham in that direction, in this direction.
That way would take you to
Bennerley Junction.
Bennerley Junction. That's why people call it the Bulwell Bennerley line.
Yeah. There you go, end of the line. So that's us. Thanks so much for watching. Cheers to Andy. It's nice to meet Andy as well. Hopefully we'll do some more walks in the area. Bit of a disappointment with the tunnel. I honestly thought I was going to get into a tunnel, but there you go, never mind. But it's still a nice walk. And although it rained for a little bit, it's kind of dried up for us a bit at the end. So that's always the result. As always, thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.